Hello, Mrs. Malone's class. I hope you guys are having a great start to your school year, whether you're doing distance learning or hybrid learning. I hope your year is off to a great start. My name is Carrie Switala, and I am the Chief Creative Officer at Wild Fig Marketing. A little bit about us. So we've been in business for almost 10 years, and currently we are located in Farmington. In terms of what we do, this is a picture of our fun team. So we want to make sure that we're having fun no matter what we're doing, but we help our customers get found online. So what that might mean is creating or updating their website, creating content for them, blog articles, ebooks, PDFs, things that their prospective clients might be looking for, customers might be looking for. So creating that information. And then once they establish a relationship, they get a new customer, we help them to nurture those relationships by continuing to provide their customers with education and information. And typically we do that through a mix of email marketing, social media marketing, as well as some automation. We also help them attract new customers. So in order to continue to grow their business, they need to find new customers to help bring into their business. So we help them with that. So creating some lead generation campaigns, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, things like that. And then at its core, one of the things that we have found is that as we continue to help our clients bringing in new business, they start to grow and they need to be able to scale their business effectively. So that might mean taking a look at some of their processes, internal and external, like onboarding new customers or selling their product online or payments, things like that. How can we automate some of those processes so that they can focus on what they do best or the things that they love most about their job? So that's a little bit about us and what we do. Some examples of companies that we have worked with. So here you see kind of a wide range of clients, and we work with a lot of businesses, or the majority of our customers, I would say, are in Minnesota and Wisconsin. However, we've also been able to, through a lot of networking and a lot of online marketing, we've also picked up clients in Miami, in Texas, California. So we've got kind of a wide spread, and mostly what we're focused on now is working with clients that market to other businesses. So we call it B2B. So one of the things that our customers find to be the biggest challenge is, and typically the reason why they hire us, is trying to figure out, like, okay, where do I market my business? Where should I spend my money? What are going to be the best channels that are going to help me attract my ideal clients or my ideal customers? And what happens is, typically they might get information from a peer that suggested, hey, we just created a campaign on Snapchat and now it's doing really well. And so then they run over there and they start doing, Snapchat. And ultimately this is what they end up looking like, right? They're kind of like chasing like the next best thing. And so their marketing tends to be really scattered. And so they don't really see the results that they are probably looking for when it comes to marketing their business online. And that is where buyer personas can help. Buyer personas are a fictional, generalized representation of your ideal customer. So if you think about taking a look at your ideal customers and creating kind of a snapshot of what they look like, who they are, their demographics, male, female, are they a certain age group? There's a lot of information that goes into identifying the buyer personas. And now, why this is so important and why it helps businesses better market themselves is by understanding who your buyers are. It can help you understand your customers and your prospective customers better. So what are they looking for? Why did they come to you? What's important to them? And when you know this information, you can really tailor your content and your messaging to help attract those clients. So you're creating content, maybe a blog article that speaks to the pain point that they had and the reason why they hired you. It can also help you determine which marketing channels to use to find them, which is where we see kind of one of the biggest benefits in really kind of directing your marketing, so you're not just out here and there and everywhere. You've really got a targeted approach to your marketing, so you're going to get the best return on investment and you're going to see those results even faster. So how do you determine your buyer, who your buyer persona is? So there's really three different strategies that you can use. One is to review the list of your top customers. And the reason why I have top highlighted is you want to, some customers are not always like a great fit, or maybe don't bring in the most profits for your business, or really aren't just ideal because of their size or something else. And so you want to look at your top customers, because those are the customers you want more of. You can also interview your customers, whether that's in person, over the phone, or you can send a survey to them too. So some of the things that we're looking for are commonalities. So what do they have in common? Talking about, are they male, female? What is their age range? Where did they come from? So are you getting a lot of your leads or prospective customers coming in through Facebook or LinkedIn, or are they walking into your store? Are they getting referred to you by someone else? Where they get their information. So how they consume content. So I would imagine that many of you probably, if you're like my teenage boys, the first thing that they do is they ask Siri for information, or if they're going to research something online. And then from there, more than likely, they're probably going to go to YouTube to check stuff out. So looking for me, that would be the last place I would go. I probably would do a search online, and then I would probably read articles versus watching YouTube videos. So where they get their information, and what's their decision criteria, meaning how did they choose to hire you or to buy your products or service? So what are some of the things that they were looking at? Are they looking at price? Are they looking at how fast they can get the results that they're looking for? So these are some of the questions, and we'll go into this a little bit deeper in just a couple minutes, but this is what we're thinking about when we're coming up with our buyer persona, is looking for those commonalities and trying to create that image or that picture that it quickly brings that buyer persona to mind. So how we determined our buyer personas, move my photo on there, is we took a look at our customers. So we put all the current and past customers into a Google spreadsheet, and we wrote down like everything that we knew about them. So are they current with us? Are they male, female? What's their title? How many years in business, how many employees they have, the industry that they're in, their location, as well as a variety of other things that we looked at, like how easy are they to work with. So taking a kind of a snapshot of our current and past customers, and then looking for those commonalities. And what we found was there's a couple different buyer personas. So when which companies might have, they might have more than just one, target market that they're going after. So we have three, and one of them that we discovered when creating this, or when going through our customer data, was what we call outsourcing Oliver. So here's a little bit about Oliver. Some of his biggest challenges are resources. Where he gets his information is by attending conferences or in-person training events. And his story. So Oliver recently lost his marketing person and decided that now was the perfect time to weigh his options, hiring a replacement or outsourcing the roles and responsibilities to a marketing agency instead. So after much consideration, he decided to go the outsourcing route, and is cautiously optimistic this change will help them reach their goals. Because this is new, it's very important that we clearly communicate roles and expectations, and we identify a point person within the organization to report to. So this is kind of the backstory of who Oliver is. So he's between the ages of 55 to 64. His highest level of education is a bachelor's degree. When it comes to the social networks, we know that Oliver spends the majority of his time, or the social network he would choose would be LinkedIn. And his industry is manufacturing, and the organization size is between 11 and 50 employees. A little bit more about him, how he prefers to be communicated with via phone and email, some tools that he needs to do his job. They have a reporting software, invoicing software, employee scheduling software. Some of his responsibilities: making major corporate decisions, managing the overall operations and resources of a company, acting as the main point of communication between the board of directors and the corporation. And how his job is measured is by revenue and employee performance. His goals and objectives are to grow the company strategically and as efficiently as possible. So, and the reports do got cut off, but he reports to the board of directors. So this is one of our ideal clients. And when we found this information, we pulled all of this together, and you can get into more depth too when it comes to the buyer personas. But what we did then next with this information is figured out, okay, so we know that he's going back to his story, he's thinking about outsourcing. Do I bring in a new person? Do I hire a marketing person to have on staff, or do I outsource to another company? And so as a result of that, what we did is we put together a variety of content around helping Oliver with this decision. So knowing that our ideal client or our buyer persona is going to be thinking about this, is going to be weighing all of the different options. We created an infographic that's got a lot of information and what the value is. So if he's hiring one person versus that usually has one set of skills when it comes to marketing, or he could outsource his marketing, and now he's got 8 different experts that have a variety of strengths in different aspects of marketing to help him. So we created the infographic. We also created an ebook, the top 7 reasons to outsource your digital marketing. We've made this available online. So we've got a landing page that we can direct Oliver to, and we've posted and also run campaigns on LinkedIn because we know that that's where he's spending his time. So this has really helped us by identifying that buyer persona, has really helped us narrow down kind of where we're going to market and what kind of content we're going to create in order to attract more Olivers. So as you start working on whether you're going to be creating a marketing plan for your class or whatever it might be, if you want to try this, you can go to this website, hubspot.com, make my persona, and make your own buyer persona that you can download and print off as well. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your year. Thank you.